Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Thank you guys for sharing this page. Continue to share it with your friends. We have a lot of growth. Listen, on today's video, I'm going to talk about crypto. I'm going to talk about Bitcoin, of course, SHIB, BONK, Doge, even Pepe Le Pew. We'll look at that. And I also want to offer an apology. All right. And the apology will be about the Bitcoin miners. Right. So we'll do that at the end. And so be sure and stay tuned. Let's get right into it. First of all, this is brought to you by Stock Up U, where the people that are taking the crypto class are killing it. They are making money with crypto, especially if you take the crypto class and you take the charting class and you take my momentum class, or should I say chapter. All of this is all in one class. Stock Up U, one-time payment. Let's go. So listen, here's where we are, right? Here's where we are. We had that flash crash, right? And we met resistance, right? And it got rejected. Where was the resistance? So as you can see, 69,000 was the high of last cycle, right? It was 69,000. Well, we passed that and it hit resistance and it got rejected, okay? So it came back down. It made sense. We expected it to hit some resistance, okay? Short-term holders were the sellers and institutions were the buyers. Remember that. Short-term holders were the sellers, institutions were the buyers. Now, there's something I want you guys to see and understand, right? Look at this. JP Morgan and BlackRock are all in on Bitcoin mining. JP Morgan and BlackRock. Now, why are you bringing up JP Morgan? Now, you do know that the CEO of JP Morgan is Jamie Dimon, right? So I want to play this for you.
I personally think that Bitcoin is worthless, but I don't want to be a spokesman. I don't care. It makes no difference to me. I don't think you should smoke cigarettes either.
Right? That's Jamie Dimon, the one that does not like Bitcoin and he thinks that is worthless, right? Meanwhile, his bank, JP Morgan, BlackRock, I've said this over and over, right? They're buying the mining companies. What kind of mining companies? Bitcoin mining companies, okay? As you can see, here's why JP Morgan bought it. Look at this. Diversification of investment, and look at that. Market dominance, okay? Market dominance. You can read all of that for yourself. I don't want to be misleading. Just pull it up, read it all for yourself. I was talking to another influencer, Stocks with Josh, and I said to him, he says, what do you think the buy range was? This was a few days ago. And I said that I believe the bottom was about 60,000. I said, I don't see it going beneath 59. All right. That's what I said for Bitcoin. I said, I don't see it going under 59. That's my buy range. Well, this is what happened. And I want you to listen to this video.
That Bitcoin is volatile. It's always been volatile. But a $9,000 move in 4 hours, even for Bitcoin, that seems bonkers.
Okay, but I want to take you back to 2021, the lead up. And so you had Bitcoin correct 10% or more 13 times on the March in 2021 from 3,800 to 69,000. And so it looks like some wallets had released Bitcoin that were mined in 2010. So a big whale out there decided to dump his Bitcoin into the market at the same time as the Grayscale Bitcoin Trust is dumping because of the high fees associated with it. And so, Brian, those two things caused a dip. But you get to a high that hasn't been reached in 2 years, you could see a flood of sellers there on an interim basis. So I don't read too much into this. And I'll say to you that what will surprise Bitcoiners is it getting through the all-time high prior to the halving, which is in April, probably April 20th of this year. So listen, if we get through that the all-time high before the halving, that will also be historic because that hasn't happened in the 14, 15 years of Bitcoin's since Bitcoin's inception.
Oddly enough, it dumped under 59, right at 59. And it was kind of crazy after I had this conversation with Josh. So here's my buy range, good people. Let's go right to it. My buy range is if it gets back to 60, if it retests 69, right? And comes back down to 60. I'm not waiting to 59, right? 60. I actually will be buying at 62. That's where I would be buying. If it retraces back down to 62, I would be buying. Right now, it's gaining strength back at the time of recording this. Don't know where it will be when you watch it, but it is regaining back up. And of course, the alts will follow, okay? The alts will follow. So we could see right now, let's go here. At the time, look at this, Bitcoin still up for the day. The last day, it's back up to, 3.5% for the week. Look, 11% in the month, 54%. It's like it never happened. SHIB is, you know what? SHIB actually held pretty strong. I like how SHIB held strongly. Look at that in the day, but in the week, look at that. SHIB is still up 202%. And so these are some of the things that I want you to look at. Now, I wrote a few things down. So that is my buy range, okay? Now, the micro coins, or should I say the meme coins, the Doge, the Pepe, you know what? Let's look at Pepe because somebody's going to say, yeah, but you didn't cover Pepe, man. What's wrong with you? You didn't look at Pepe, all right? PEPE. So let's look at what Pepe is doing, all right? All right, so we're looking at Pepe. Of course, you got Pepe and Pepe coin. This is just Pepe, okay? Look at that. In the last day, it's up 26%. So Pepe is going strong. Look at that for the week, 145. For the month, 692. And so these altcoins, listen, I don't want any of you guys doing margins, and I don't want you doing any kind of leverage. Simply buy the altcoins and you have the leverage, right? Bitcoin moves 5%. These things move 15, 30%. And I don't want you guys getting margin called. Now, somebody said one of the reasons why it fell the other day, of course, the greed index was at an all-time high again, a record high again. But they were saying that a lot of these leverage players were just getting squashed out. And it was a lot of over leveraging. Listen, I'm going to tell you, 99.9% of you guys that are watching me should not be doing leveraging. I'm telling you right now on this crypto, you're going to get wrecked. Again, never invest money that you can't afford to lose. I took a few notes here. What did I say here? BONK and PEPE will pump again, right? Think about this. And I'm going to start saying this early. PEPE and BONK will pump again if they get added to Robinhood. Just think about that. If BONK and PEPE gets added to Robinhood, that's probably another 25% bump up. It's not enough to send it to the moon. We saw what happened with SHIB. But if PEPE and or BONK gets added to Robinhood, that's worth another 25 to 30% bump right there. We know we got Wells Fargo and Merrill Lynch also going to get into the Bitcoin game, right? And so that's why I want you guys to stay tuned to this station because I want to show you everything and as it breaks, okay? So now, I actually said this. Now listen, this is not a fact. I wrote this in my notes a while. I wrote this last week and I said, Bitcoin should break 70K by March 9th through the 11th, okay? Bitcoin should break 70K by March 9th through the 11th. Now, is that going to happen? No, this is my personal notes, right? I had to say that and look in the camera. So just in case it does happen, I look like I'm smart. But that's just what I think. That doesn't make it a fact. Anything could happen with these whales dumping. Let me explain something about whales dumping. Just like the stock market. You guys say, hey, let's all buy this coin, right? Understand the numbers. We're only 20% of the market with stocks, right? 80% are the whales, the big dumpers, like this guy was saying. They could sell and send the entire stock market plummeting, right? Or they could buy and send it running. Crypto's the same way with whales, okay? Just remember that. So we could be looking at these charts. We could say, hey, this should happen. And then boom, all of a sudden, we got a 30% move up or down, okay? So now let's get into my apology. So the other day, I made a video, which I'm going to edit it out. And I was upset. And I said my last Bitcoin mining video. And the truth be told, I had a horrible migraine. I'm just getting over it. And I looked at it. I was like, it wasn't right. I shouldn't have made a video that day. And I'm being honest with you. So I apologize for my tone. The truth is, it's doing exactly what I said last year it was going to do. It's just that the cycle is thrown off. I said it would sell off towards the halving, and it still could. Now they're up now. I'm looking at them. They went up more since I started this video, right? And so what I have done is I've kept a share of each, and so let's go right to it. All right. So I don't want to sound like I'm yo-yoing all over the place. I've kept a share of each, and I haven't been in heavy in each. I got stopped out of most in profit. So that worked in my behalf. But look at MicroStrategy. MicroStrategy was down by 17% yesterday, and I bought some yesterday. I bought one share. All right. And look at this. CleanSpark up 10%. Riot is up. Marathon is up. Wow, Cypher is up 22%, okay? And so just know that everything is off cycle. I will say this time it is different. We are hitting all-time highs before the halving. And I was just frustrated because there's about 5% of you every single day bombarding me with the same question. What about Mara? What about Mara? What about Mara? What about Mara? So that's why I said I'm not making any more, right? And I just I just wanted to end it. So I apologize, right? I'm going to tell you that I was wrong for making that video, all right? And I'm going to edit that out of that video, all right? Please accept my apology. But my message to you guys is that just what about Mara every day, because you got into call options and I was telling you I wasn't in any options or put options when it's going up. Just sometimes it's best not to do options. Okay. What I want to tell you guys is this: diversify. While you still have tunnel vision on Mara, we're making money with PEPE, with BONK, with SHIBA-INU, with Doge, and Bitcoin, all right? And Ethereum is running now. So that's what I wanted to say about the Bitcoin miners, okay? But I just can't cover them every single day. Please accept my apology for making that video, but I just want to make sure that everybody makes money, and I don't want anybody to lose any money, all right? So I showed you the trading zone that I will be buying more of. I'm still in, right? I didn't panic and dump all of my crypto, right? But I'm just showing you everything with what the whales are doing, with BlackRock buying 788 million while everybody else is selling. I wanted to be a straight shooter with you guys, but I also want to tell you when it's getting frothy and it has a long way to run. The truth be told, these altcoins, BONK up 300%. I'm gonna just tell you, it could easily run another 300% from here. And once it passes 70. Now, do not go and start dumping all your money into it. Do not. You said, well, Larry, why did you say that? I'm just telling you what the possibility is. But the possibility is also that it could fall back 90% once things are over. Okay. So that's what I want to tell you guys. All right. Just be responsible investors. And I'm telling every one of you, you should have and keep some Bitcoin. Me, that is 80% of all my investments in Bitcoin. Yes, I am into these other plays, but I want to shoot it to you straight. Now that all of these coins are back and all of these kids that don't have a clue is going to be telling you buy, 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 buy. And you have tickling ears and you want to hear that and you're going to just do it. And they have no basis for what they're saying, but just to pump it. All right. I love you guys for real. All right. Leave me a comment. Live, love, laugh, and learn. Make sure that you are not trading or investing and spending hundreds and thousands of dollars into crypto and you don't know what it is, what it does. Okay. Find out what it is, what it does, how it acts, and you will make money. That Stock Up You, that will be the top link below in the description. If you're on your cell phone, just hit the description of this video. Love you guys. We'll see you later on.